for always joining in. If you joined on Sunday, thank you. If you joined on Monday, thank you. If you're joining again today, thank you. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you. You are the real G. So, like I promised, I will be going live every day till the end of the month. And with me to discuss today is my husband. Can we have you, sir, please? Come on, come on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank
Hello.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, if you noticed that you couldn't see the live recordings for yesterday, we apologize for that. We had some technical issues and we lost our live recording. We are sorry about that, and we'll try to incorporate what we discussed yesterday in today's conversation, so you can have at least a bit of what we discussed yesterday. But if you were not able to watch that yesterday at all, then you can benefit from today's video. I believe they should know the topic, right? Is it
Yeah, that's
displayed?
fine. It's displayed, but you can always talk about the topic. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you for tuning in. If you're already here, please let us know where you're joining us from. Are you joining from Lagos, Nigeria, from Abuja, from Edo State, from different parts of
From South
Nigeria,
Africa.
Africa,
Yeah.
United Kingdom, any part of the world that you're joining us from? Please let us know in the comment section, and
Yeah.
we will check that. Um, so, as you can see from the topic, we're talking about building lasting friendship in marriage. And then we'll be talking about how we grew from friends to best friends and
Mm.
gossip partner, right?
And just partner.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
about how we started from strangers to friends to
Yeah.
best friends and gossip partners. Because statistics shows that friendship couples who have strong friendship last longer in marriage. So it is important that you know how to build good friendship in your marriage. You are friends with your partner. You're not just your companions, your friends, your confidants. So you
Yeah.
can easily like share things with your partner because you are living with them for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then we are discussing something yesterday. It's funny how we've been using the word partner like very frequently. In case you're not like familiar with the term partner, especially from Nigeria or Africa, where we
Yeah.
barely use that word because we live in the UK, most of the time they talk about partner, partner, partner. So
Yeah.
I'm using it interchangeably for your spouse, so your
Yeah.
husband, your
Husband.
wife.
Yeah.
So
Partner. Yeah.
that's what I mean here, okay?
All right. So I also would be, because we are just two in the house, so I'll be maybe go stand up a bit to check what's happening because I don't want to change a particular setting. So just permit us, yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I want to change something just a bit. The light is not on.
Okay, please bear with us.
Yeah.
Um, So guys, earlier on last year, I think the first few videos I made, I talked about how I met my husband. And I'm sure most of you would have watched that video. But if you haven't watched it, you can go ahead to check my videos for how I met my husband. I shared a detailed account of how I met my husband, which I feel that was a foundation for you to at least get to know about our marriage. So that in case I talk about dating and marriage, you are well aware of what that is. So today I'm going to be talking about how we became friends. And of course, it'll be great for you to know how we started off from. And I don't need to tell you about how I met my husband. You already know that, right? And you can always watch my video. But I will be telling you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming back.
Yeah.
Can I have the phone just in case?
Yeah.
And then we'll be talking about so can we start from how we met so that we can lay a foundation for how we became friends and best friends and then just
How
partners.
we met, like my own story or
Yeah,
what?
your side of the story. Like in the sermon, how do you think we met?
I saw you in my dream. I was
Mm.
praying. The Lord showed me, said, "Behold, that's your wife." So I didn't really stress before. Just when someone dropped from the sky, and like, oh, this is heaven sent. That was how we met. All right, well, don't mind me. Yeah. Okay, let's talk. I think how we met was she was my client. That's true. Yeah. So what I think a friend of mine, Jerry, actually introduced my business to her, to told her, okay, I do branding, and she wanted, I think she was working on a project, her first book then. So she needed someone to work on the book project and everything, the branding, the PR and everything. So my friend recommended me to her, and the guy now told me, okay, that I've given someone your number, and this is the number. So she want to do she want to work on her book and everything. So I think I was actually the one that called her because I mean I was still looking for clients like that. So I quickly called. I
Were
didn't
you
wait.
a Brooklyn?
No, I wasn't broke. I wasn't broke, but I was we were not in the business was just thriving. So you understand. So of course you have to. And
You have to chase your
someone
clients.
tell you your client, I've given someone your number. So I was the first to call. I'm like, see. So I had to call, spoke about the business and sold my own value, asked what she was wanted, and I think I that was how we struck a deal. We struck a deal that day, and we were able to get the job. I think we started. No, we didn't. During the course of the project, yeah, we're talking regularly. Like that night when she closed from work, I was saying the sample what I've done, and we discussed. But I think after a while, we stopped talking.
So yeah, so how did we move from, so we can like summarize, how did we move from business clients to
How did we move? I
friends?
think I think I remember the first kind of unofficial date we had, kind of I would call it unofficial date because it was on a Friday or so. She posted something on your status about it was a traffic that you were tired, kind of Lagos traffic.
I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
can't remember. And I think she posted something Lagos traffic. And I just sent her a message. How about a date? How about a unwind? Something like that. I didn't remember what I said.
I can't
Um, okay,
remember.
so how did we now go on the date? That,
I know we went on a date, but I can't remember
something
the
must have
genesis.
happened. Yeah, I remember what happened. I'm the guy, but of course, initially, God bear me witness. I did not really have anything in mind. I think you need to reduce the volume. Yeah, so I did not really have anything in mind. I just thought that okay, she's posted something Lagos traffic, and I knew that there was so much traffic that particular night, that
Yeah,
particular
if you
weekend.
live
Yeah,
in Lagos, you know how it can be some nights, 4 hours on the road. Oh my
yeah.
God, the deadliest of it
Yeah,
all.
because
And
because I know my roommate was also stuck in traffic. I'm like, I just thought, how about a date this Sunday for or something on wine, something like that. Just like,
is that
and
how you normally
I
like say chat
I
your
don't know
chat women around?
exactly, especially beautiful women like you.
So that's how you normally chat them
Yes,
around. Oh my God.
yeah, and you're one of those. You're one of those catch. Okay, yeah. All right, so something just happened right now.
My
This is
son is
funny.
here to
Yeah.
disrupt this service.
So this is I'm all right. So we're going to pause this and just take him to his room because if he's here in this place, we won't have this meeting.
Yeah, it's gonna disturb. Shouldn't I be the one to do that?
Okay, okay. Okay, no, so that you can know what I was saying. It could be a build up conversation from here. So let me pause.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
Please bear with us. I'm so sorry. You know, it happens when once you're a parent, you can't really control some things, right? And I have a very active son, very active. So if he's here, oh my God, he's going to make noise. He's going to be shouting and everything. So we try to put him to bed. You know, it's like roughly around 7 now. We try to put him to bed, but it seems he doesn't want to sleep. He's come down to like disrupt these, you know, to be a part, not disrupt, to be a part of this life. But we'll see how to like put him to bed again, and hopefully he's gonna go to bed now. Please bear with us, okay? If you're just joining, can we know where you're joining from? Let me have a look at the comments. Mm, if today is your first time joining, also let me know. Um, okay. All right. He's here. Thank you so much. We are so sorry for the disruption. Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you stop?
Uh, what did you say?
I
Okay.
asked you if this is how you normally chat
Yes,
girls.
and I said yes. Yeah, that's how I
Is that
normally chat beautiful girls. Yeah.
I can't believe
How
it.
many of them have I chatted?
How would I know?
Exactly. By the way, yeah. But sincerely, it was not even. There was really nothing in my mind. I
so
just asked here, like
so randomly you just chat somebody. Let's go out on a
randomly,
date.
yeah. And it was a Kairos moment.
Is it your season of
It
searching?
was
You
a
were
Kairos
searching.
moment. It was a Kairos moment. Yeah. So I just like randomly asked, and for me, I think I was free that Sunday, yeah, because he's always my Sunday has always been very busy, but I think I was very free that Sunday. Yeah, so I just asked, and she said yes. or something like that. If I forgot, I think she said I don't know. I
Was that
forgot
after? That was after our
after we finish a project,
project.
after your
Okay.
book launch, I think so. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
launched your
Okay.
book and
Yeah.
everything.
So
Yeah,
what happened during the date?
we just have a. It was not even that long. It was just like maybe 1 hour. I think it was about 1 hour. Sure.
Yeah. I'm not.
I
As
don't think
in
it was
like.
even up. It was very short. We just have a normal conversation, and it was like then I don't know how to use the right word. It was like the conversation was just normal. We just have a conversation and we spoke about work, spoke about we did not really speak about on we did not really talk about ourselves like deep like that. We just have a very random conversation kind of. If I can't remember everything we spoke, but it was so neutral. Let me use the word neutral.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
platonic conversation. So
Yeah.
after the conversation, what next? What happened?
After the conversation, let me finish now. Relax.
No, I'm just trying to wrap it up so
Is
that we don't focus. Okay, don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
so after the conversation, I think what happened was that we went back home and I ghosted you. I think so for a while. I did not even like. I think we went our own separate way
Oh,
because
you ghosted
I don't
me.
know if the right
So,
words to
so,
use.
so
I
it
just
was
used ghosted.
deliberate. You
No,
ghosted me. You
oh,
asked a woman on a date,
eh,
after which you ghosted her.
yeah, but I
Hmm. Is that situationship?
no because for me there was nothing. It was just like okay, someone is had a stressful way, so let's just have a chat, and that was what I did for me.
Let me help this girl.
Well, if you put it that way, but
Okay.
so I think that
Continue.
was just like how it was, and I don't know what happened that we began to chat again, we began to talk again. I just cannot remember what really happened, but I realized that we started talking again.
Who initiated the talk?
Either me or you, but there was an initiation.
Why are you making it look like
I can't remember what happened, but I knew that after a while, like it was almost like 6, 7 months, or even up to a year about
it was January?
January
You
was.
invited me for your program.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
had
yeah,
you
yeah,
had a
yeah,
program in January.
yeah. I
Yeah.
invited for my program, so that was about the year after, right?
It was not a year.
Okay.
Let's say about 4 months.
Oh really? That
Yeah,
was not, yeah.
roughly 4 months.
Probably
Mm.
okay. Wow. So I think I invited.
In
Yeah, I
between
invited.
that date and the time you invited me for your program, what happened?
I was praying.
Uh. what? What happened to you?
I was in the law, and the law was dealing with me.
should, should I bust your bubble?
I don't know what.
Should I bust your
Go
bubble out to
ahead and say.
do? They broke his heart.
No, this
They
art man,
broke your heart.
art man like me.
You
Nobody they break.
ghosted me and they broke your heart. Then I say, what I'm looking for in Sokoto is in my Sokoto.
Well, I'm a hard man. They don't break my heart.
Hmm.
Strong man like me.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. I think we now after that event, I think that's when we more like started
I did not even
talking.
come for the event. So how come you cannot even remember?
Was it January? Which of the
January,
event?
you had a program in January with your no this your
Oh
groanings,
my!
but you
It
usually
was
have it.
not.
It's not like groanings,
I know the
but
event. I know the one. What expression? So I
yeah,
had
yeah,
it.
it
I
was
had that one. I was
expression.
supposed to have two every 2 months or 3 months that particular expression. So I
Yeah,
had January. I wanted to have another one in March. Yeah, before COVID, right?
yeah.
I think I remember it
So
was
January, you invited
yes.
me. I did not come.
Oh, I remember now.
Then you invited me for Valentine's. No, you can't even remember all
Yeah.
this.
No, I remember the Valentine's one.
Mm.
I invited you. I remember the
Okay,
clothes you wore. You wore red gown.
okay. So why did you invite me for the Valentine's program?
Because they told us to invite our friends.
And you were following me back to back. Why are you living in denial?
Calm down now. They told us to invite our friends. And
Mm.
as a lovely guy, I saw a lovely lady. I thought, okay, this is a friend. Let me invite her as well. Let me help her life.
But remember that time we're not like
We were
talking.
not talking.
Yeah.
So that's why I invited you because we
But
were
you were
not.
following me back to back that
I
time.
have to follow you now.
You
Uh, I have to follow you
were
now.
following me back to attend your Valentine's program.
Because I'm a good, I was a evangelization secretary when I was in NCCF, so we know how to follow up people. You
Mm,
have to. I'm a good follow up secretary, so
mm.
I followed up. Like it's like a new convert. You have to carefully follow, spiritually follow her up.
Okay.
So I followed her up,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up in my ministry. She's now. Don't mind me. So I think I sincerely, I'm being honest. I even when I was like doing it, I did not really gain more clarity. Okay, I just felt, and neither was I really thinking if it's gonna go far. But the more you know how this thing, the deeper you get,
The more you look.
the more you look, the more you begin to understand what's happening. Like, and
The
As an
more you
art
look, the more you
man,
see.
an art man that I thought I was, and now fell in love. You can relate, right?
Yeah, what happened after the? I'm trying to like break it down, like because
Yeah,
we're talking about how we grew
yeah,
from I said stranger, from business client. Let me use that word now.
yeah.
From business clients to friends and best friends. So after the Valentine's program, what happened next?
After the Valentine's, I can't remember what happened next, but I know I think I invited you for another program,
It was no program.
which was expression, but that was when they started COVID. Did we
So,
meet after that
you
Valentine's
invite
program?
after that program, you invited me on a date. Why come you cannot remember?
You can remember. I can't remember everything that.
Why can
Oh,
you not
will I
remember?
remember? Because you're a lady, you always remember it. You know, you always remember those things. Like
How can you not remember?
I can't remember it, but I know. Okay, I remember now that we had another date. Yeah, the
So
second date.
why
Yeah,
did you invite me for that date?
because I wanted to help you life as a young lady that you are. I didn't want you to feel single. Valentine is coming. Where is your boyfriend? You understand that kind of stuff. I love you.
I'm not liking this.
You're not
I'm
liking
not
it.
liking the way the conversation is going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you not liking it?
Maybe I shouldn't have asked you for your account, but it looks like you
No.
cannot even remember how we met. And
Okay.
which is quite strange.
No,
Like
I remember how we met, but I don't remember the second date. I mean, things happen.
okay,
Like,
so
so
maybe
I can't remember the
let's
second date.
let's not
Yeah,
go through the like the everything that went. I guess men are a bit forgetful.
yeah.
Let me use that word. So at what point did you realize that okay, maybe I want to have a relationship with this girl?
I think it was during COVID. I think it was during COVID, during the lockdown and everything. That lockdown period that we began to talk more. We began to share certain conversation, and we spoke literally morning, evening, night. And
Yeah.
you're working somewhere in your office had to lodge you guys somewhere to work. I think I remember that period. There. So we more like talking more often before we even find a way to meet you. I think even during that COVID, I found a way to come to meet you because we really needed to talk. So I just felt phone conversation was not more like the best. Then
Yeah.
during that COVID, around April, I had to like tell you my mind. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what
At what point did you realize?
calm down now. I'm coming somewhere.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
get
yeah, calm down. And I'm told that this is my this is my intention. But I think when I realized that she would most likely be the person was because when I speak, I could feel a very strong connect, and I knew that she's born again. She's born again, and she has the fear of the Lord. She's hospitable and she's you calm. You have sweet spirit. I'm like okay, right, this should be the one. Or so of course, even if you say this should be the one, that doesn't mean that if she doesn't accept that she's the one, like understand that everything will just work like that. So I had to like tell her, okay, this is my intention. And I think I tried to play safe. I told her, this is really not me asking you out. I'm just telling you my mind. I think I remember I said something like that, and you were like, Baba, calm down. Just come out straight. And I think you said,
Yeah.
come out straight. Yeah. Of course, I think I was just trying to play safe in case, okay, well,
In
so,
case I
yeah,
break your heart
in
again.
case, she says no, I'm like, okay, well, I just there's no harm in like trying to, more like speaking out your
It means
mind.
you're not convinced.
I was convinced, but conviction does not take one. It take the other person to accept. So if I'm convinced that you're my wife and you don't accept, what will I do?
I think you are just proud. I think you are just proud. I think you
Okay,
are just proud.
proud. That particular period, I was proud, right?
As in, you are still proud saying it
No,
right
no,
now.
I'm not proud. I'm just telling you how I felt. Kind of, I told you my mind and everything, and like I think for me it's and because it took a more of a deliberate effort for me to love. I don't know if it was because of certain experience, but I think it took a very strong and deliberate effort for me to love. At some point, I had to prayerfully get into the relationship and prayerfully love you the way I would want to love you, even while before we started dating. And I don't know if I told you during that period that I prayed to love you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were there circumstances that were hindering you? I know that you had your heart broken at some point,
yeah.
which you are claiming that you did not.
No,
But
my
I
heart.
know you
Okay.
had your heart
So
broken.
why I was not very very like broken was because it was a very short relationship.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's not that
But so you're not in an emotionally stable state then
when I asked you out, no, I
during that
was
period.
no because this was in everything ended in it was just a 3 month relationship, so I was not really like broken like that. It was October and December around first second. So I was not really really like say I was like broken. In as much as I felt it, but it was not. It did not really. It had not taken so much of my life and my energy and everything. So that's why I was. I would. I don't. Really, I don't always like to say that I was really really broken. In as much as I felt it like a couple of days, and it was easy for me because
Adman,
yeah,
you felt it a
well,
couple
I
of
wouldn't really say hard man, but
days.
because if imagine it, if it was like maybe 1 year, 2 years relation, you really feel it, but it's just like couple of days,
Yeah,
like 90 days thereabout. So I
yeah,
mean, you can easily
yeah,
forget about that short experience. So that's
yeah,
why I'm always like, whenever people say I was broken, I say yeah, but not really, because sincerely, I did not really feel it for long. I didn't feel it
yeah.
for long. Just so yeah,
So
so
I
I
have
was
a
stable.
question. Let me just like sit
Yeah,
up. Let me see. I hope that's okay.
yeah,
Um, when you asked for the CUG line that you wanted us to talk more,
yeah.
were you already thinking something in your mind, or you just felt?
Yeah. So when I was, because I noticed we were spending more time on call. I realized we're not even making more of WhatsApp call that period. I don't know why. So it
Yeah,
was regular kind of
I think
calls we're doing,
WhatsApp was it. WhatsApp call was not very popular at
popular,
that
but it
time.
was
Yeah.
yeah. So we're doing a normal call and we spend so much, and I'm like, okay, I I know of CUG line we used to use in our office and everything. So I just had to register for one and I got a CUG line. I down sent it across to you. I think I remember when I wanted to go and give the CUG line, I came with I made something, right? I made
Yeah.
chicken, shredded chicken and salad thereabout. Something like that. And is it
Yeah.
plantain? Did I fry plantain? I've
I
forgotten
don't
what,
know
yeah.
the
But
spaghetti,
I
but I know
made
it's
yeah
shredded chicken
chicken,
salad
yeah, and salad,
and the
and
CUG
I
line.
took it to her house. I saw
So
the
so
mom.
at that point,
At that
were
point,
you already
yes, of
dating?
course, chemistry was, I was built, something was, butterfly was coming, like I was feeling some butterflies in my tummy, you understand? Yeah. So at
Mm.
that point, yes. But of course, since I was not so sure, but I needed to be sure, that's why communication would always unveil certain aspect of our life. So the more we talk, the more we know more about ourselves.
Yeah.
So yes,
Okay.
I was. But of course, it was not a full clarity, but I was already beginning to feel something.
Yeah. Was it easy to switch from being business clients to?
Easy now. Very easy now.
You feel like
Very easy
oh, no,
now.
so it's easy to switch from because I want to assume that you may have had like um several clients before. So like what have you done with them and all of that?
No, no, no. That's
Even
it.
like
That's it. I think we need to realize that when it comes to being professional, you're professional. When it comes to, I just felt we were able to switch, by the way, because um
mm,
I think,
one
and
second.
also we spoke a lot in after the project for me, that project was done and dusted, so it was
Yeah.
not during the project that we it was not during the project that we really like began to talk to you. It was, we finished our project and everything. We finished our project and everything was over. So
Yeah.
for me, that project, that was a done and dusted deal already. So I wouldn't really say that it was I switched from being professional to that one. That project we don't finish seriously.
So it was easy for you to
It was easy
switch.
for me to switch. Yeah,
Okay.
seriously.
So how so we now started dating.
Yeah,
How was the friendship like? Do you think that we're very good friends when we're dating?
because
Because
we
I
did
know we
not
used
date
to
for so
talk.
long.
Yeah.
We did not really date for so long. I think we married on our 10th month, officially dating. If I want to
Okay.
say dating,
Yeah.
yeah, we married on our 10th month. If it's officially dating, because it's around like April, right? They're about
Yeah.
April. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when we like, okay, let's start dating. That's like April. I've known her, but we did not really talk much. But around that, from April, just after lockdown, that's when we like, okay, you know what, when intentionally dating, yeah. So it was about 10 months. So I wouldn't say we're really best of friends at that time.
We're
Yeah,
just
yeah. But
friends.
of course, but we knew what we were doing,
Yeah.
and we married in February. So about 10 months. That was more like in our 10th month we married. So, but over time, we had to
Phone is
grow.
vibrating.
We had to grow into his ringing. Don't just leave it. We had to grow into loving each other, and from there from let's focus. we have to
I'm so
grow
sorry,
we
guys.
have to grow
I'm
in,
so
we
sorry,
have to
guys.
grow into loving each other, and we from there, like every day, it's getting better and better. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, so in our marriage, in our first year of marriage, how was friendship like? Like, do you think that we We're very good friends. Like I remember our wedding night was a bit awkward, like seeing you, like now realizing that, oh, I'm now finally married. I'm not going back to my parents' house. And I remember when I used to freeze, like
Yeah,
like my husband would come into the room and I'm like, what are you doing there? And you didn't like that.
yeah.
Like so how do you think we've been able to like build
I
friendship
think
in
it's
our
I think
marriage?
because I'm trying to look for a better word to use. You were I don't know if naive is still the right word to use. I'm trying to be careful, but you're still like you're not used to people in your space. You're not used to having
Were you used to
someone.
people in your space?
Calm down now.
You
Calm
want
down
to
now.
amuse me now?
You're not used to people in your space like that, and you like. I still have, of course, I still had maybe I was I still had roommates, by the way. But you're not really like used to, or maybe I don't know how to explain it,
You're a
but
man now. Yeah,
exactly,
someone of opposite sex in
exactly,
my
yeah,
corner. How do
yeah.
you expect me to feel like?
So
Like
you're not really. So it was quite difficult because like my wife could be in the room or in the kitchen. I just opened the door. And she's like I'm like, why are you scared? Like, am I going to beat you? Like, what's going on? Like, and anyway, like enter the room like this, she's scared. Like that freeze out. I'm like, what's going on? So for me, I feel that period was not very easy because, but I knew over time that it would change, and which has changed here.
yeah, what so for me, what has helped us is communication.
Yeah,
Like always communicating and all of it, always talking and being free with each other, like not being able to freely communicate without being scared of being judged.
yeah,
Of course, it was not easy. Like my husband has said a couple of things that happened while we were dating. I was not the very, when it comes to being open, I would not say I was the best person, but I was open to a degree.
yeah,
I was open to the extent to which I felt it was necessary for you to know about me.
yeah.
I just felt like deeper things were should be reserved for like
Marriage.
deeper relationship, because I've seen different kind, I've met different kind of
Yeah,
men, right? And I just felt that a man that is not fully committed to me is not worth knowing everything about my life. You don't need to
yeah,
share that personal space with me. So I was not very open. But when we got married, we started. I had to gradually start to communicate. My husband is
yeah.
very transparent. In just what that was one of the reasons why I
Mm.
even felt it was like a bit of a red flag, because like
Really?
yeah, because you just say everything and I'm like, and at that point you're even open to many people. Like you meet somebody and you're already sharing things about yourself and
Apparently, I was not
everything.
really open to many people. Like that's okay. That's what you've been
That's what
thinking.
I
Okay.
felt. No,
Oh, I guess.
I've met you with a couple of people and you just talk like that. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want a man that would just,
Yeah.
be talking anyhow. Not anyhow, but like that is very open. Not that I don't like a man that is open, but I just feel
Yeah.
like some things should be reserved for, certain people and all of
Yeah.
that. But
I think we need to balance what the openness is like.
okay.
If we, like not like exposing things. I don't know how to. I don't know. We
No,
need to balance our
like if I
openness.
meet somebody for the first time,
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable telling the person about my life history, about
Okay.
my family, about my
Yeah.
everything. I wouldn't want to say about what I do. I may not even mention it. That is me.
Okay.
Maybe because you always come with a business
Yeah.
standpoint, so you are willing to just come out and share everything about yourself.
Yeah.
But me, I'm like a bit reserved about myself. You cannot even know a lot of things about me if I don't say it,
Yeah.
right? Of course, I'm learning how to be more open now, but you were that transparent. You were
Yeah.
transparent in your finances. You told me how much you were earning. Even the
Mm.
first time I heard how much you were earning, I'm like,
Yeah.
so like you were that transparent. Like,
Yeah.
but I was not that transparent. I
Yeah.
grew to become transparent. So how we can grow in friendship is about openness,
Yeah.
communication, being able to freely communicate how you feel.
Yeah.
If your partner annoys you, you can easily tell them that I'm not
Yeah.
happy with what you do.
Yeah.
And how they receive that feedback also matters, because if they get angry when you give that, you might not want to
Yeah.
like say the same thing again. You just want to like stay away from them and all of
Mm.
that. So how you they receive that feedback would also, but open communication is like the bedrock
Yeah.
of good friendship and marriage.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to contribute to
For
that?
me, I think it's everybody have their own personality, and I'm very I'm very outspoken, and I think I trust easily. I
Yeah,
trust
that's another
easily,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I expect everyone to be that way. Well, of course, everybody cannot really be that way. So because I trust easily, once I'm very So I discern very fast. So I can I'm very accurate in my discernment in terms of if I see someone I know who to. I've not really had someone in any bad friends. God bless me with good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because before like I can I know I can always discern if you're the right person or not in terms of not about being married now. I mean like friend people around my circle. Everybody around my circle are almost the best, are best like they are best fit for me, people around me. So I can always before you even pass that stage of okay, we just meet, before I begin to show you things, I've already discerned. I know that you are the right person. And it could either be his business or his church or his just social kind of in
Social
relationship
circle.
in yeah. So I'm always very careful because I trust easily. So once I can discern that you are the right person, we can always talk. And of course there are certain things I will not share with you, but over time we would I can always share those things with you. But and also because I knew at some point that, or let me say my personality is that I don't really hide things from people. So I'm like, okay, we are talking with this lady. I mean, I can always tell you things, and I'm very just like I said, I trust. Even while we were dating, when we just started dating, I'm like, this is what we have now. This is our plan. Okay, you know what? Whatever comes in, I'll send it to you to because I noticed when I think we did when we check how much I had made, and I'm like, how much was remaining in my account, I'm like, it's not really profitable for me. That means I have to be sending money for you to keep because I was spending more based on what was coming. I was spending more without I don't know if you remember we when we I check we one day I checked how much I made as a company and like my business was coming and I realized I was spending more. I don't know if you remember that period. So I had to
Mm.
like that was one of the things I had to be sending money to you to keep for me. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, if I based on I don't know if it was actually my own. Okay, maybe it was not both of us that sat down to do that. I think I did alone. When I just checked myself, I'm like, okay, this is how much I made. This is how much meaning. That means I'm not being I'm not really prioritizing finance very well. So I had to like any money comes in, send it to you, like to keep. I will not do that with anybody, but because I trusted you, kind of and I
Yeah.
knew that even when I did not know how much you were earning, I did not know. I did not even ask you. I think I did not even ask. I just felt maybe over time I will get to know. But I was so open. I'm like, okay, so how am I going to hide how much I'm making from my partner? She knew. So any money that comes in from business, okay, I've made this today. Send this to like it was. I was doing that, and I was comfortable. I did not even care if what if the relationship fell and you're with my funds? But at that point, because we had plans and I didn't want to keep the money myself because of how everything was going.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends. For me, I already s- I already saw you as a friend that we are going to build together. But of course, everybody friendship level and more like how we grow friendship. Everybody differs. So you may not more like easily grow friendship maybe because of histories or whatever has happened. But me, I just easily saw you as a friend at that point. But it was not easy because it takes two people to love, take two people to be good friends. So over time, I would say it's even in our third year, kind of that we really like we knew that
We started
we
bonding very
bonding
well.
very well, like very well. But not that we've not had argument, we've not been fighting, but it's even in our third year that we began like bonding very, very well.
I think when we came up, when we had to travel abroad, we knew that we had to work together
Yeah, I think
effectively as a
yeah,
team. But I think when it comes to communication, back to what I was saying about
yeah,
communication, you're very good at it. I would say that because if my husband is going out, even
mm,
even before we got married, you're already giving me your itinerary. Like I know
yeah,
everything that's happening in your life part time. If you're going to have an event in 3 weeks' time, you
yeah.
let me know and all of that. So my mind, I already know everything that's happening in your life. So there was no reason for me to like doubt
Okay.
whatever you tell me because you were that open.
Yeah,
So I'm saying that one of the ways to build friendship, even whether you are dating or you are married, is to openly communicate.
yeah,
If once you are communicating, you will know what is in the heart of this person, and then you'll be
yeah.
able to like trust them and all of that. So it's
Exactly.
very, very important. And being playful and
Sorry.
being playful at all times and being able to joke around.
Yeah,
Like I can see a meme on Instagram and I send it to my husband, and then
yeah,
we just laugh about it. Or he sees something, he sends to me, and I laugh about it and all of that.
yeah,
not like insults, you
Yeah.
just yap somebody.
Yeah.
Uh, or maybe after church service, say,
Yeah.
wait till pastor preach today.
Yeah.
Like, there are some homes where everywhere is so like traditional.
Yeah.
Like the man is the head of the home, the woman's job
That's
is
already
to
in the okay.
okay.
Yeah.
The man's job is to cook the meal and then work in the other room. While the man's job is to provide, and that is how their relationship is about. So if
Yeah.
your relationship is very traditional, you might not be able to build friendship. You won't be able to
Exactly.
joke around what pastor said in church. You won't be able to talk about one like
What?
what,
What happened in choir? What happened during choir
what
rehearsals?
happened during choir rehearsals and everything, like laugh and everything. Or you won't be able to objectively talk about something like
Yeah.
last 2 weeks I saw something that I shared with you, and then we had the same opinion about church.
Okay. Okay.
And then we
Okay.
had the same opinion, and they were like, oh, okay, how can we make this work? And
Yeah.
things like that. So if you
Something
guys
happened
are
in the office and you come back and you
yeah, if
you
you can
like
gist what happened in the office, that's
yeah.
how they'll know all your colleagues' name. Because if you don't talk, if you don't say anything, they will
Yeah.
not even know what's happening in the office, and they will not know how to support you.
Yeah.
But if you can be able to bring home gist, I mean, work gist home, and you guys
Yeah.
are like always talking about. In short, I think the women are very good at this, or most women, because women we are very vocal. Like
Yeah.
our mouth is to run. That's how God made us to like
Yeah.
talk. So a woman will naturally come back home and tell you everything that happened. How was work today? She'll say, when I got to the office, I met this person. This person sent me one nasty email. I was so angry. I sent it back. Like a woman is ready to pour out everything that happened in a systematic manner.
Mm.
While the men will say, fine, it was a good day. Like very brief and all
Yeah.
of that.
Especially when they're tired.
They are tired. Even when they are not tired, they are not ready to go into the much detail. But
Well, I think it's just personality difference. But I don't really go. Okay, I
you
think.
don't. I mean, like, is that all? Like, I'm expected to see how was service today.
Oh,
Like,
it was
it was
fine,
fine.
lovely.
How can that be what happened in service? I'm expecting to hear what Pastor preached about.
So,
I'm expected to tell me the person that came to church and the person that did not
I
come.
not come
Oh,
to
this person
church.
was wearing this beautiful
Eh,
dress.
eh,
Oh, I like the shoe of so person. Yeah, I'm
exactly.
expecting, okay, what did the choir sing? Oh, this person liked the choir song. Oh, I didn't like how this person did. Like, I'm expected to hear every
It's,
single detail. So if women can openly communicate and men, if they can openly communicate like this, like
yeah,
talk about what is happening in their day in their lives, the
yeah.
challenges that they are facing, I believe you can grow friendship. And
All right.
also, if you are not too serious, if
Mm,
like, because I remember one guy that wanted to like date me then.
mm.
He was really good. He was intelligent. He loved God. Everything was fine. But the problem I had with him was he was too serious. So it means that I can't even like joke around. When I try to joke around, he's not getting the jokes. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, someone that is not getting jokes like this,
Too
like
serious
it's
guy.
too serious. Like, no, 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 no. I want someone that I can easily like jokefully play
Yeah.
around, someone that you can insult and they will not feel angry. Some people like don't like
I
insult. Don't
think
say,
banter.
yeah, banter. Like I
Not
can insult.
insult. Banter, not
I can
insult. Like
insult. Like okay, no,
I think it's really
okay.
the word banter
Banter. I
because it's
can
not
throw
really insult.
banter.
Yeah.
I can throw banter. I say, see as your head be.
Yeah.
Somebody can like get angry. How
Yeah.
can you say see as my head be?
Yeah.
I just kind of say, what do you have anything to say about
Yeah, no, I think banter is part of relationship. Any relationship without banter is that one relationship.
that?
Me, I know how to forget and they give one back to back,
Well, sometimes
but
women don't
it's
like
fun.
them.
Yeah, but
If it's getting too extreme, like the time
yeah.
I know fine.
No, no, that's extreme. Of course, you can't say ladies is not fine now. I don't
Like
say
say,
that.
oh yeah, I'm just like joking, like, but of course you should be able to
But
like
it
playfully.
depends on one content. I can say it depends on one
Yeah,
content.
so this your no follow. No follow. Like if you can easily joke around,
Yeah,
then
you
you
know
can
what I
easily joke.
remember?
Yes.
Like one, like one trouser you have. Like if I ever see this trouser, if I ever see this trouser again,
I like the trouser. It was
exactly,
comfortable.
exactly.
But my husband said no, I should not wear
If I ever see this trouser again,
it.
God, I beg you. But no, but seriously, I think it's just fun of marriage and friendship. And those things, that are like if you just met someone today and the person says certain things, you'll be angry. But if let's say your old time friend say that same thing,
You might not
you'll
be
not be angry
angry.
because of the space the people occupy. So friendship is built over time.
Yeah, it grows. So just
Yeah.
try and grow that friendship. If you can grow that friendship gradually and understand who you got married to.
Yeah.
If you know that this person loves a lot of respect, I think if you build that respect, then you can um mindfully know what they like to joke around with. Some people they don't play with certain things. They
Yeah.
would not allow, they would not want you to talk about certain things about their
Mm.
life. But anyway, if that's kind of person you marry, you already know that's kind of person you married. So
Yeah.
you're trying to find the balance
Yeah.
between
But
what
you
you
shouldn't
guys,
have to be friends, by the
yeah,
way.
mutual. I mean, look for a mutual ground. Maybe there's
Yeah.
something that they love. If it's football that the man loves,
Yeah.
just be there and they say, ah, I know this player. This player played the best today. That way, you guys can find like a mutual ground
Yeah.
to
Communicate and build your
communicate.
friendship. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think you need to learn to talk more, because the more you communicate, the more you like communication is one of the key factor that build friendship. If
yeah,
you don't talk to someone, and how you guys cannot be friends, because the more you open up, the more vulnerable, and friendship requires vulnerability.
yeah,
So the more you discuss with the person, the more you see how vulnerable you are to each other, and that
yeah.
brings more bonding.
Yeah, imagine that you had a terrible day at work. You
Yeah.
maybe your boss insulted you or something really nasty happened at work, and then you carry all that burden and you go to sleep, but you are living with somebody.
Yeah.
That moment when you feel really down should be a time when you should express how you feel
Yeah.
with your partner, and then your partner should also be there to comfort you at that period.
Yeah.
That will build strong bond that she'll feel like, oh, he was open enough to talk to me at this
Yeah.
critical moment in his life, and she'll feel really welcome there.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important that you are able to,
Mm.
you are vulnerable in the presence of your
Yeah.
partner whenever you're feeling, maybe you are sick, you don't mind,
Yeah.
just being so free around them, letting them know how you feel, where it's
Yeah.
hurting you, even during difficult time, maybe you lost your job. How is your partner able to support you, encouraging you with words of
Yeah.
affirmation, telling you that you can rise up again and things like
Yeah.
that? So,
And it's
um,
very important, because sometimes and it is in the place of friendship that you see that someone will stand in the gap for you when you need the person. I mean, we all go through difficult challenges. Like recently, I went through one, and my wife, I was hearing her pray, and she was mentioning, and like, I mean, it's friendship. Forget about that we are maybe partners, but you know that, okay, or maybe she had challenge, and I had to stand in the gap to pray for her,
yeah.
make sure I intercede and support. Then, I mean, it is in the place of vulnerability that you would always go all out for the person as well, because you know that you and this person, you guys are not just um husband and wife, you guys are friends. I think it's deeper,
Yeah, I think
deeper.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that
it's
those are critical moments that
moments.
help you
Yeah,
to build, that take the friendship to another level.
exactly. Yeah,
When you're in a vulnerable state, maybe
yeah,
let me just use relocation as an example. You
yeah,
relocate to a new place and you're looking for jobs,
yeah,
and you guys are like almost down to square zero, and you
yeah,
guys are hustling together, supporting each other,
yeah.
making sure that the family goes forward, and you guys are like able to rise up from that down
Mm,
moment. If you
mm,
guys can work together as a team in that season, your
yeah,
friendship and relationship will go
we
to the
grow.
next level.
Yeah,
But if that's like the Bible says that if you fail in the days of adversity, your
your
strength
strength
is
is lit.
small.
Yeah,
So if that moment becomes a moment that you guys can like work together as a team, the
yeah,
relationship goes to another level. But if that moment is the moment where you guys fall apart, then the relationship goes
yeah,
from high to low, like you go to a lower state. So the
yeah,
best time for you to build strong relationship with your partner is when you guys are in critical sensitive moments, when you're vulnerable, when
yeah,
things are not going well, also when things are actually going well as well.
yeah.
What happens when you step up? Like some people, when they are poor, not
Mm.
like poor, maybe they don't, money has not entered their hand, they are the most humble persons, like they can do anything
It's
for
like
you.
Esther was broke. When Esther now see money,
Establish.
Esther bleach. You understand? Eh?
So the people, when the moment money enters their hand,
Yeah.
nobody can talk to them again. They can do whatever they like, come in whenever they want. Like for the man or the woman is no longer submissive. She
Yeah.
doesn't want to cook in the house. Like go and make your
You
food
say you've
yourself.
you've not tasted humility until when you taste money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. So I think that is it. And also when you see partners who are not friends, you would know. It's so obvious. No matter how they try to act
so it
you will
becomes
see
like
it.
a duty,
Yeah.
like they are doing like a duty
Yeah.
relationship or maybe roommates relationship. I've washed the plates. Go
Mm.
and clean the floor. That's not friendship.
Yeah. It's not.
Because and if you see that you're if you have washed the plate, oh, I've just finished washing the plate. Do you want to help me with this? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm busy at this point, and all of that. Like the
Yeah.
way you communicate in a loving
In a
manner
loving
will
manner,
tell.
very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
And
think
okay,
okay, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No,
Sorry.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I think maybe just to say that it really goes beyond marrying someone. That's why I always feel bad when I see people say I always sound way when I hear people say we are too close so we cannot marry. I'm like, what are you supposed to marry? You're supposed to marry your friend. I mean, why would you say we are too close? So you begin to see that you don't see the person finish kind of. I
Yeah.
mean, that's really the person that you should marry. Someone that you really like in real sense. Like when you mean see finish, you're vulnerable with this person. That's your friend.
Yeah.
That's the best person to even marry, except the person does not have a good attitude. But why would you guys get to that point? But I
Yeah.
mean, you cannot. I think most ladies are normally say, no, we are friends, so I cannot marry. I mean,
Yeah. I think that's because maybe we have not built romantic love.
okay,
And if you can, like you said, you prayed for me, you
yeah,
prayed that you wanted to love me, and
yeah,
then the love um
yeah,
grew. So if you can pray for that person that you want to have that romantic, like
yeah,
that
yeah.
goosebumps,
As far as the
you
person
can.
is not already in a relationship.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to mention the fact that when you said that I was in a difficult situation that I needed help and you were there to pray for me, to stand in the gap for
Okay.
me. I also think that another way you can build friendship is to understand the position that your partner occupies,
Mm,
especially if your partner occupies different roles. Let me say you are married to a pastor.
yeah.
Now your pastor is a priest over your home,
Yeah.
and also is your husband, he's your love partner.
Mm,
So understanding when he's standing the gap as a priest and as a
mm,
love partner.
mm,
Let me say, like when I was in a season when you asked me to kneel down to
yeah.
pray, I cannot be forming strong-head or something.
Yeah.
I understand that that is a critical moment when you
Mm,
need to exercise your spiritual authority over me. Then I
yeah.
need to respect and humble myself and go down on my knees
Yeah.
so that you can pray for me. Understanding that this is not love making, this is
Yeah.
serious. We are in this. He's wearing the crown of a priest now,
Yeah.
so I need to accord him that respect. I need to believe the words I say. Like one day he prayed, you prayed for me, and I
Yeah.
told you that the next day that I felt really better,
Yeah.
and I believe that helped you. Did you
Yeah.
feel any better when I mentioned that?
Well, I would definitely, of course, we're humans. That human part of it makes most sense because you're like, okay, well, it's fine, and we appreciate God more in that season of our life as well when we hear things like that. But I mean, it was fine that she said that because it will also encourage you
You
more.
to
So,
to
yeah,
pray more. So
yeah,
imagine that he has prayed for me. And like,
yeah,
almost I be pray. Now this kind is this 5 minutes pray that you pray. I know say
yeah,
no go work or
yeah,
something like that. That you have killed that morale.
yeah,
That friendship will not go in that kind of scenario. If there's
yeah,
another opportunity for your partner to pray for you, they would not
yeah.
want to pray for you
No.
because you do not respect that authority, that position that they
Mm,
occupy. So understanding the different areas that they can help you and giving them the respect that they deserve
yeah,
um in that position would also help to build that friendship and relationship.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think maybe are we summarizing? What's
No,
it?
we're
Where are we
not. No,
now?
I was going to how to build
Okay, how
friendship,
to
how
build
to
it.
move from
Okay,
friends to best friend, how we move from best friend. I
okay.
think another thing is conflict resolution. When
Mm,
we are angry, when we have issues that are bothering us, we don't
mm.
try to avoid conflict.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I
We
get
try
it.
to have conversations, even no matter how difficult they may be.
Yeah,
We try to have conversations and
and we talk about
we
it.
talk
And
about
one
it.
person may cry. That
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. And that person is who?
I don't know. And one person may cry. And
Yeah.
one- but no matter how and more like no matter how sensitive or how deep that kind of conflict is, what we need to talk about it. And I mean, we have misunderstanding, but we talk about it, and which is good, and we don't keep malice.
Yeah, we cannot keep. I feel that couples cannot keep sweeping things under the carpet
Yeah.
and expect their relationship to blossom
Mm-mm.
and become and remain as good friends. No,
Yeah.
if you just be natural. If you have issues with your friend, will you be able to relate with them as normal?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be. So keep swipe and putting things, sweeping things under the carpet and
Carpet. Yeah.
expecting that the friendship will continue to grow and blossom will not work. So if you
Mm.
have issues, I know some people are very good. They like to avoid conflict.
Accumulate it.
Let's just avoid this. Let's not talk about this so that it will not
Yeah.
cause any issue. That is what is causing the issue. The fact that you don't want to talk
Talk
about it
about
is
it.
what
Yeah.
is causing the issue. So
Mm.
the best thing is to look for the best time to talk
Talk
about it
about it.
because
Yeah.
when things are heated, that might not be the best time to do it. It
Yeah.
depends on people have different ways with which they resolve conflict.
Yeah.
Sometimes when things are heated, I just want to take a step back. I don't want to like talk too much. I want to process my thoughts. I want to see um is it my fault? What did I do to her? Like, let me just process a little, just a little bit of time. I don't want
Mm,
to also say the wrong things. I'm very careful what I
mm.
say, so I don't like utter the wrong thing. So I might take some time to like process it.
Meanwhile, me
But I don't even know. Do you talk about it easily? Right now, you've changed from what you used to be.
before,
When we just got married,
eh,
you were like the person that's always quick to
immediately,
talk about it and then move on. But
yeah.
I think now you kind of harbor your thoughts. It takes time for you to like now tell me, oh, I was not happy with this or something. Why? Why
I
has that
think
even
I don't
changed?
know. I don't know how it changed. Maybe as we grow, I think maybe I just. But I think naturally I'm very as if they ought to just
Spontaneous,
say it
yeah.
immediately and forget about it. That's how I am. I will just say it. Of course, I'm not going to say it to hurt you, but I will just express my feeling immediately. I think I was more expressive.
Sometimes you say it to hurt
But
me.
some no, but it should not be. It should not be just that.
Sometimes what you say hurts me.
Uh,
Not that you say it to hurt
exactly.
me.
So, but I'm just saying the truth, right? And you know, sometimes truth can be
Why do you
very.
think there is the truth?
Why do you think it was not the
It
truth?
is the truth to you, not the truth to me.
Some-
but I think I've grown to that extent, or I'm more mature to
yeah,
understand that I cannot just you know avoid conflict or
yeah,
assume that I'm not responsible or I did not contribute anything to that matter. So
mm,
when you also say something, I try to process and say, what part have I contributed to this point? Does this person
yeah,
have a point? What could I have done better? So I try
yeah,
to like look at both sides, not say no, it was his fault, it was his fault.
mm,
And then that's why whenever we have I always try to be objective. I'll tell you, okay,
yeah,
I know that I did this part, but you also did this part.
mm,
So like we both had a part that we played that led to this, or this was how I felt about it, this was what I
yeah,
was thinking, so
mm,
that we can look at what parts you contributed, what I contributed,
yeah,
and how we can now settle.
yeah,
And we try not to say sorry for the sake of saying sorry.
mm-mm,
So me, I even hate that thing. Don't tell me, oh, I'm ma binu, I'm sorry, and then you move on. But deep within you, you are not sorry.
yeah,
So I want you when you say sorry to be genuinely sorry. So another way to build friendship is that when you say sorry, you are genuinely sorry. You trash things out.
yeah,
Like I don't know. I'm trying to like okay, something just came to my mind. Even though you want to like resolve conflict and trash things out, some things you may not really need to talk about it.
it
Something
depends.
that are
Yeah,
not very deep. Let me I don't know
okay,
whether I should say that because sometimes God Holy Spirit just let go of that. Like
yeah,
sometimes like I want to talk about this, I want to talk about it. It's like I don't like those we just say keep quiet. It's not necessary. Maybe
mm,
later on
yeah. It
it's
might be the
now
right
it
time.
now becomes the right time to talk about
Okay,
it and then we're able to resolve that like in a very amicable manner.
yeah,
So but at least making sure that you're not avoiding conflict, that
yeah,
you're getting to the root cause. What caused this issue?
mm, very important. Yeah,
Because if you look at the surface area alone, you are not addressing the main issue and it will resurface. But if you're able
yeah,
to like look at the root cause, what causes, how can we avoid this
mm.
from happening again? That also helps.
Helps.
Yeah.
I think that's really help. You shouldn't just you should not just be avoiding conflict, kind of avoiding communication. Okay, and you assume the person will understand what you have in mind. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially women, sometimes they expect us to understand what they have in mind. I mean, but I
To read
mean,
my
we
mind.
cannot read your mind. I mean, we have we have so many other things to be thinking of than to be telling you have to start thinking of what
Mm,
you're thinking. I mean, if you make it easy for us if you tell us this is what happened, rather than
mm,
thinking that or expecting us to know, we won't know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We've been talking for so long.
yeah.
Guys, can you rate your friendship? How would you rate the relationship between yourself and your spouse? Do you think you guys are good friends, or you think that you guys are growing on the scale of one, zero to not zero? You can't. You have to be some number one on a scale of 1 to 10.
Fine.
How
Yeah,
would you rate your friendship? Do we have people joining us?
I
Let's
can't
see.
see with it because I think we. I don't know
Let
if
me
we
check
can
the
see.
chat.
I don't think I.
Only two people, two watching.
Okay, I think it's two people watching right away.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
can.
Maybe you can also drop this after the live anyway.
Yeah,
Rate or maybe take this as a take home assignment. How would you
rate your friendship,
rate your friendship
partner,
with
your
your partner? Is
spouse.
it strong? Is it
Yeah,
growing? Well, just believe that it will grow over time. There's one other thing that helps us to grow our friendship. Oh, do you know? Can
prayer,
you guess what that
praying
is?
together.
Yeah, prayer.
I think that's the key factor. The more you pray with, so one of the best way to grow with someone, to love person, is to fellowship with the person. So
Mm.
the more you have good fellowship with the person, I mean, if you married, every kind of fellowship you may think of also help relationship, help
What
friendship,
fellowships are you
both
to be very
spiritual
into?
fellowship and and physical fellowship,
What do you mean by physical fellowship?
fellowshipping with the Lord.
What is
You know,
fellowship?
when you fellowship, and Abraham and Adam knew Eve. You understand? That was the communion. That part of it. I'm preaching now. I was saying Adam knew Eve. So at that point, you must. The more you know her, the more you guys become more friends. So
Mm.
yeah, Rema, say man of
Flesh
God, preach
has not
on.
revealed
Say
that to
man of
you.
God, preach on.
Preach on, sir.
So the more you know her, the more you guys become more friends and more like close and more closely knitted. And
Yeah.
because it's more like spirit, it's more like there's a more connection, more bond. So I would say the frequency and knowing would really help you guys as well at that point to build your relationship. Yeah. I don't know. So that was
Yeah.
not what you had in mind. So what
Yeah,
was it
no,
then?
no, that's what I had in mind.
Really?
I think
Okay.
you've mentioned it. So
Okay.
how we become friends from how we've become from
Just friends, the best of friends
yeah, how
can
we
know.
move from friends to best of friends.
Yeah.
Where all these steps I've talked about communication, always communicating, telling each other how we are feeling, what is happening in our life, being
Yeah.
transparent in our finances, in our
Mm,
emotions, in
mm,
our spiritual life, like having moving from two into one. That has,
yeah.
helped us build that strong friendship.
Yeah.
And also being given that we've been together for a while, the friendship
Yeah.
just imagine somebody you're living with from of course I know that some people that instead of them becoming friends, they grew apart.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because we've we're staying together, we've grown together because of that.
Yeah.
Being together during difficult times, we've seen different seasons of our lives and we have stood by each other. That has helped us build friendship. And three, we try to resolve conflict whenever they arise. We don't sweep it under the carpet.
Mm,
We are vulnerable with each other. Like we're able to express how we feel during our down
yeah.
moments. Especially if you're a man, I think that it's important that you don't think that your wife does not have anything to offer to you.
Mm,
Because most
yeah.
men try to harbor their emotions or talk to their fellow male friends. They think that maybe the woman does not understand how I feel. This woman will see me as weak. This woman will see me as not being able to stand up from doing this difficult season. But if you are not vulnerable with your partner,
That's where vulnerability
who would
comes
you
in.
be
Yeah.
vulnerable with? So we try to be vulnerable. Like I have seen my husband during down moments, and
Yeah.
that is not the period for me to make him feel less of a man. That's a
Yeah.
period for me to make him feel like a hero, like the king that he is. So I try to appreciate him, to
You're the
honor him,
king that
to tell him about all the good things that he has done
I
and
am.
he
Yeah.
can do. So I try to lift up his spirit during those seasons. So we we're vulnerable with each other and we fellowship with each other, like you said,
Yeah.
physical fellowship, spiritual
And
fellowship,
fellowship. Yeah.
every kind of fellowship we can, regular fellowship,
Fellowshipping.
fellowship,
Communion.
communion
Yeah.
together, like
Yeah.
in the place of prayer, in the place of
In the place of prayer, in the place of prayer.
the place of prayer and the place of prayer we are
Mhm.
going. We are there, we're there. So that has helped
Yeah.
us build friendships. So
Yeah.
I mean, marriage should be the period where, I mean, your partner should be your best friend,
Yeah.
should be your absolute, should they be your absolute best friend? They should be your main best friend. I think that leads us to what we talked about before.
Yes, to
Should
the
your
right.
partner be your
Your
only best
best friend.
friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what we talked about yesterday was that we felt that your partner should be your best friend, your main best friend, but not your only friend.
Only
You
friend.
should be
Yeah.
able to have other friendships around you. The fact that you are married does not mean that you need to stay away from all the
All the
important people
important friends in your
in your
life.
life that has supported you, that has helped you. Do you want to touch on
Yeah.
what we talked
So I
about
think what
yesterday?
we spoke about yesterday was in recap that you should have other support system around you, like not just you and your partner, because in most cases, if your only friend is your partner, it's always sometimes in a toxic relationship because the person is trying to isolate you from your support system, people that can confront him or her. And so most times, it's always the guys like They're trying to take you, isolate you from people that you will listen to, so that they can only be the dominant factor in your life. So those people will now be the one to try to impose their own ideology, trying to make sure that they indoctrinate you, to make sure that they they how do I call it, they take charge of everything that happens in your life. And that's not ideal. And it doesn't, it's not just about in friendship. Sometimes see in church, I can even say that some men of God that don't want you to listen to any other person. They don't want you to listen to your family as well, because they want to be able to hold you down, pin you down, and it's still toxic. So it's still part of relationship, it's still part of friendship. They want to pin you down, so that you can only listen to them. If you listen to someone else, they feel that you're not faithful, or that you are not loyal to them. And it's, if you are that kind of person, run, because it is wrong.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you become a occultic. I'm using the word occultic, like it become so a cult. Let me use, no, sorry, a cult. It become like a cult. So it has to be. If you don't listen to me, or if you listen to any other person, it is wrong. And that same thing happens in marriage, on friendship. You marry someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, tell you, no, you don't listen to, you don't have any other friends. You see all these your friends. Once we get married, we are not keeping any of them. That's a red
I'll
flag.
change your number. I'll
That's
change
a
your
red.
phone
Yeah,
number.
I'll change your phone number. That's a red flag. They take you away from your family, your people that have been in your life all the years before they come in, but because they feel that they are the only perfect person for you, and others, no, they are not suited for you. So in that case, they want to take you away from them. That's a very big red flag. Except your life itself was bad, because
Yeah.
you may be someone who is bad, like maybe you've been into whatever else, whatever. I don't want to mention it, and like, and that's your cycle, because you attract who you are. The person is like, okay, even if we know that you've changed, maybe you've changed, but you still have those kind of friends. The person will
Bad
like, no, I
bad
need to
influence.
take you away from this
Yeah.
cycle of friends. That one is, I understand that kind of situation. You yourself, you would know that, okay, this circle of friends that I had, no, it's not the right set of friends that I should keep.
Yeah. I think what another thing I also mentioned, that why sometimes people feel that their partner should be their only best friend is because of their temperament.
Mm,
If you are sanguine, how you approach friendship will be different from if you are melancholy.
okay.
So if you are melancholic, so I said that those are introverted. They are like naturally to themselves. They don't keep many friends. They are always like to themselves. They don't talk much. So imagine someone that is even trying to keep up with their friendship, the different people that are friends, now get married, and then
Yeah.
you now have somebody in your personal space that is with you 247. That
Mm,
becomes like your all and all. So most times, whenever you want to express yourself, you just talk to your partner. They
yeah.
become like your only best friend, because even before you met them, you were not even keeping
Yeah.
many friends. So sometimes it's natural that your partner becomes your only best friend just because of their temperament.
Mm,
But for someone that is extroverted, they are everywhere. They have friends like in almost every city,
yeah.
different place, church, work, school, everywhere they are, they have friends. So they're not able to like hold just one
One
friend.
friend.
So
Yeah.
that kind of a person will not be trapped into my husband is my best friend, or my wife is my best friend.
Yeah.
Sorry, my wife is my only best friend, my husband is my only best friend. They will be able to have multiple friends and
Friends.
friends
Yeah.
in different. So in that case, if you are introverted, sometimes it might not be that you are in a toxic relationship. It
Yeah.
might just be that naturally you struggle to keep friendship.
Yeah.
And
But
so that's
you still
why,
have people around you.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, like, you might not be communicating with them
Okay.
that often. But we're still saying that humans thrive in communities. It is good that you have support system, people
Yeah.
that are willing to be there for you. You don't want to put all the burden on all your partner alone, because some women, they want their husbands to be everything. They are confident. They are
Yeah.
someone that will keep their finances, someone that will pray for them, someone that will be there when they are moody. So, and sometimes the man is overwhelmed. Like,
Mm.
he's always coming back home. You are moody. You're not in the mood. You're not happy. As in, different things are happening in your life. Sometimes that burden you're putting on your husband, you can easily have called your girlfriend and
Yeah.
talk things over, and they would have eased your your emotions, and it would have
Yeah.
been better. But putting that heavy burden on that pressure on your spouse is like
Mm.
giving them too much
Load.
load to carry for you.
Yeah.
So as much as it's important to have your partner as your best friend, as your confidant, your closest friend that you can share anything with, you should not also ignore the other important people in your
In
life.
your life.
Those
Yeah.
those people who has helped you up to the point before you got married,
Mm.
they were based on shared values, right? They were based on shared beliefs. So if you have friends you have similar values, similar beliefs, those who want to see you grow and rise,
Mm.
then you should not say, "Oh, I am not married. Do I need to delete all these people from my life?" No,
No, no,
no,
yeah,
no. You should still keep them because they have something they are offering. What I would not, subscribe to is you taking your marital affairs to your friends to discuss
no,
it.
no,
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 that is not what I'm saying. But at least if you have projects you're working on, you can share with your friends because you
yeah,
don't know who they would introduce you to tomorrow. So they can, have other contacts that can be
yeah,
beneficial to you. So saying no to your friends just because you are married, I don't think it's
yeah. You
ideal.
shouldn't operate in isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to have. I mean, I have friends that if I want to do business, I can call them and we discuss business ideas, and we share good values. I have friends that if I want to discuss my music, I know people to call. If I want to discuss certain things like that, people like that in my life. So when you get married, or let's assume you're in a relationship, you begin to say, okay, all the people that you had before in your life, you isolate them, you ghost them. I mean, that's wrong because your husband may not help you in everything. I think like yesterday I told my wife, okay, if I want to do business, of course I will tell you the business, but if I want to discuss it deep, I know people to call and say, okay, this is my idea and everything. Of course, she knows the business I want to do, but I mean, because I know her strength, if I want to write now, just tell, okay, look at this thing, rephrase it for me, I will get the best from that. And if I have any maybe career application, certain things, I can always leave her to do that for me. But I mean, there are everybody have their strengths. Your partner may not be everything you need in terms
Yeah.
of he will help you spiritually, will help you financially, will help you with business idea. I mean, everybody have their strengths. So that's
Yeah.
why you have other people around you that can help you in certain aspects of your life.
Yeah, I think that's quite important. So
Yeah,
leverage on the strength of your partner, but do not ignore the fellowship of other like-minded
yeah,
believers and friends who can help you grow. I think that's
mm,
like the main thing we talked
yeah,
about yesterday. Is
yeah.
there any other thing we talked about
I
I have
think
not
that's
mentioned?
no. The only
Yeah.
thing we've not mentioned is that I love you. Okay, so that was it. Yeah, I think that. Are you blushing?
Yeah, I'm not blushing. If you have any questions, you can drop that. Do you think we've touched it? Um, I think we've touched
I think
almost
we've touched
everything.
everything, yeah.
So
And
how
we've
did we go
exhausted
from
almost one
friends?
hour plus. So
Oh,
I think we
okay.
need to wrap it up, yeah.
So if you are living in a traditional setting where
Yeah.
the man is the head of the home, which he obviously is, and the woman's duty is just to take care of the children, you guys are not like friends. I think it's important that you guys just start building the
Building
friendship
friendship, yeah.
little by little. Just make some
Deliberate effort in terms of
yeah,
yeah.
like joke around a little bit,
Yeah.
make him laugh, make
Go out
him go
together.
out together, have date nights.
Yeah.
Yes. And we didn't even talk about that. We have date nights a lot. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be us going to a fancy restaurant because we
Yeah.
have shared values. We are able to, make do with what we have no matter
Mm.
what. If it's to go buy something really very
I mean
simple and
simple,
make
yeah.
have pizza at home or trying a meal together, cooking together.
Yeah.
We could like today now we cooked together. He
Yeah.
made one delicious soup that I did not let me rest about like
Then I
because
had to call my mother-in-law to tell her, see this food, if you taste it, Jesus.
whenever he cooks, he's always boastful. But me that I do the main meal, it does not like
Oh,
it does not accord me that high honor. But if he cooks, it'll be like I've done the best thing in the world.
the
Anyway,
whole world would not have cooked.
yeah, anyway, thank you for cooking, Sha. But like you guys can cook together, can bake together,
Yeah. Mm.
bake together, eat together, do a lot of activities together.
Yeah.
If he loves football, watch football with him. If she
When was
loves
the last time you watched
movies,
football with me? That's true.
because you watch it with your phone now, that's time I'm watching it with your phone.
Okay, that's
If you
true.
watch it on TV, I
I
can
used to
come
watch
and
the
join you.
TV. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was when we were in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So if whatever activities you guys love, whatever sport you love together, if it is like running together, going to the gym together, walking 10,000 steps together, which he does
Yeah.
not do, you know, you know,
Driving 10,000 miles together.
with
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
But whatever activity you guys can do together, that will like build your bond and your friendship. And
Yeah.
like I said at the start of this video, that studies have shown that marriages that are built on lasting friendship, on strong
Mm.
friendships, tend to last more than those who are not built on lasting friendship.
Mm.
No, let me rephrase that. Statistics, let me read that. Studies show that couples who have a strong friendship are more likely to stay together and have higher satisfaction in
In
marriage.
marriage. Yeah.
So if you have strong friendship, your marriage will likely last longer than if you do not have. So you don't want to live with someone that you're living as roommates.
Mm.
This is my part of the bill. This is your part of the bill. Blah, 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 and we move on. No, you want to build that cordial relationship
Yeah.
because that way you guys will bond together and be able to build a lasting marriage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last words, please?
Any last word? Be friends with your husband and your wife. Fellowship together. Know your wife. Know your husband. Pray together.
Why
Go
not
on a
use? What do
date.
you mean by no? Just tell them as it is.
And Adam knew if. Go and check it and you understand what I'm saying.
Why are you scared?
I'm not scared. Just know your husband.
Okay.
There should be consistent knowing. But I mean, on a lighter note, or let me be very serious. I think you guys really need to have more time of communion. I mean,
Quality time.
quality time of communion, fellowshipping, and it cannot overemphasize the power of prayer, the place of prayer in any home. Because once you pray with someone, have you noticed that that's why it's that even in church it's advisable that you don't have a female prayer partner, because the more you pray with someone, the more you love the person.
Mm.
Yeah,
Remember.
the more you pray with someone, the more you love the person. A couple of my friends that I had right from my second university, because we've been praying together, they are still my friends. You can still feel that intimate how do I intimate
Connection.
connection, that deep connection. David, Emmanuel, like we've been praying right from when we were young together, and even when we call, we still, even up to now we still pray. So I mean, if you pray with that person, there's this strong connection. So that's the same thing that happens in marriage. You pray with your homes that pray together, they bond stronger, because we, like my family, we are close. We need to take the way we have ourselves. We are always close because I think our parents help us to even like your family, because how we grew, like every morning we're praying. So that alone help us to bond more and we love each other more. So that happens in marriage as well. So you have to pray with your partner mm, as frequent as you can.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a summary of it
Yeah,
all. I hope you got value today. I'm sorry that this video was a bit long.
yeah,
We're trying to like incorporate two videos in one
yeah.
because we lost video from yesterday. But if you like to watch the replay, it will be available for you to watch later.
Mm.
Thank you for joining in today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.